a motorcycle and stopped in front of a cafe. At the corner of the intersection, then it started to rain heavily. I quickly took the car back and run straight inside with your head in your hand. Choose a table and unpack it. Take off your jacket and put it on the side seat. The staff came running as fast as they used to. Slowly nodding, I quickly went inside. The king took a deep breath. Then twist yourself one. After a tiring day at work. These are the moments the West is waiting for the most. So it was just over 6 hours that the sky was cloudy. The motorbikes are driving on both sides of the road. There was an hour outside when a motorbike was coming. A man in his 60s rushed in. I raised my eyes, smiling and greeting him. He also greeted me with a friendly smile. The truth is that we didn't know each other before. You and I are guests at the same bar, and often sitting alone. Getting used to the face for a long time. I work away from my wife until every night I have to find this place to sit and kill time, just to hear the sound of people around me. And you're another story. His house is nearby and lost due to late marriage. So his son has just finished high school. Age. The kids just like to go to the fancy milk tea shops. There are coffee shops like this. Then come the mine itself. Two lonely people unwillingly meet. Seems to have the same soul. He sat down next to him and called out to the counter, "Iced coffee." An employee's response at this point echoed. And then you put it in your pocket and you take out the phone and then stare at the videos that are going on in there. A moment later, the staff bring water for you and me. I use a spoon to stir it really hard in my coffee. Take a long breath in your mouth. The whole human being becomes ecstatic, tired of being blown away. Watching the rain fall for a long time. I am stupid in the book. Put your clothes on the table in front of your computer to keep writing a story that's still dentures. He looked at my hands entertaining. Go to the keyboard and ask. You guys are really diligent. I'm off work and still bring work home. I looked at him and answered. No, my uncle is just writing a story. He was surprised to ask if I was a writer. I don't write for fun. Actually, I make you seafood. He smiled and asked, what kind of thing is writing? I answered him with my eyes fixed on the computer screen. How much can you wait? Writing a novel is not possible. I don't like love. So I wrote ghost stories for people to read. It's easy to understand. I've never met a ghost before. To stop the work tears, look at him. Not if I met you. It's just that I was possessed as a child. What is the shape of the ghost? Don't know. You said you met him right now. Not just meeting. I even fought with him one more time. Muscle. So I met my computer again. Turn the person towards you and ask, are you serious? Then you can tell me the story. Is this okay? The man also put the phone in his pocket. Pull the chair close to me and tell a thrilling story. I thought it was only in the movie. You're a kind of warrior. In 1971, he applied for admission at the age of 16. Your name is full. Third, but when he was in the army, he changed his name to Can. His teammates called him Bia Can, or Can Tai Tu. He joined the National Front. Liberation of the South. Infantry soldiers of the 9th Military District. Secretly stationed in Jeong Province. A soldier in the army. Uncle Ho has experienced moments, the most miserable and exciting of the Holy War. To live and fight through those wars, soldiers must be brave and resilient. But on his face only escaped a few. The kindness of an old man. 1975 peace was restored. He volunteered to remain in the 5th Army and transmitted to the border of Jeong Province to join the local army. But it's okay. Not long ago, the Southwest savage thugs are stalking and harassing. Make the border lines. You always have to stretch before their brutal and unprovoked attack. On a night in April 1978, it was about 2 a.m. Mrs. Can handed over another tool to continue the night watch. Because the state policy after 1975 was to relax the military, so the number of soldiers has been reliably reduced, not to mention the local army. There were only 6 people in the group, equipped with BA Danaka, submachine
3
gun,
cartridges of about 30 rounds,
2 grenades and powder offense 15. But there's no ammunition seized from the anti-American era.
A dispatch team is here on duty.
It's mostly business.
And quickly contact the line
After something happens. And the flashlight threatened to rush on the way back. But only for a moment. He saw a shadow standing on the banks of the Vietnam-Cambodia border river. By the end of 1976, when the Khmer Rouge repeated provocations and violations of the territory, then the entire region along the border has given orders. After 8 p.m., if there is no important
people
thing,
are not allowed to leave the house.
If there is a need, you must notify the chief military commander of the commune. Call one press under escort, and commit to be back by 10 p.m. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and the curfew is over. But there is a shadow, from somewhere hidden in the river. B.A. can holding a flashlight pointed straight towards it. But the moment is too far away. It makes you unable to see clearly. On the staircase, the T soldiers are still shining the lights and keeping the river without even knowing that there was a person standing nearby. Ba Ken immediately rushed towards the hidden shadow. Now, but when we get closer, the shadow suddenly disappeared. He moved his eyes to see more clearly, for before his eyes was a silent river. There's no shadow of AI. When he came back, he was a little scared. When I saw the shadow that had escaped, foot opposite, I think someone is deliberately destroying. He turned off the flashlight and chased Theo. But when you get to your feet, you don't. I can't see that person's shadow. The occult eye looking around. Now his spines have changed to hair standing up. He thought he was being joked by the devil. He muttered in a sea of sentences, barbaric 8 labyrinth tunnel. Go and read constantly. Then he discovered a black one, just swinging up the cliff to climb. He passed from fear to anger, his head aesthetic. I know how to climb mountains. I'm sure someone is destroying it. Then there's nothing to fear. He killed me and followed me. Put people on the wall and climb up. There's no AI in the middle. Just inert out the whole stone wallet tree. It's not okay. You've been led away by the ghost. I didn't know that I could be at peace. To come back or not. Just as he was about to climb down, he discovered on the other side of the river, there's a group of people crossing the river, one by one. Under the dim moon, he saw a group of about 34 to 10 people, armed with a lot of firepower. Was taken across the river and into Vietnamese territory. Leo hurried down at the foot of the mountain. And then run quickly away from the team and say, the insects are overflowing. Everyone, wake up. The sound of the trumpet beating furiously in the middle of the night. Everyone in the village panicked. Throw the door facing the opposite direction and escape. From afar the screeching leaves of the palm. To break the quiet air of the late night. The soldier on the other round aimed. The guns are on the enemy's side. The explosion made the air more turbulent. And then, a 4-ball shot straight up into the sky. Make it blow up the bridge. The young soldier sacrificed his courage. The enemy's gun range. The remaining 5 brothers on the team. The kind of person who runs back to the back line of communication. The remaining 4 fought each other. Protect the villagers. Run back safely. Fight and retreat. But with less equipment, you can't hold out for long either. 4 brothers retreat, in turn, according to the villagers. The cold-blooded army frantically burned down the house. Those who can't run in time are caught by them, brutally killed and burned. The sound of the fiddle shooting out the fire rhyming. In the middle of the night, the whole western part of the sky is shaking, for soldiers dare to fight. Only 2 people survived. The villagers radiate in 2 directions. A group running straight up the mountain. A group goes deep into the middle of a rice field, towards the team district. At any time, the army has been burning for a long time. It's also on the other side of the border. For the massacre of BA, just a few days later. The 18th of April 1978, a shocking event across the southwest border. Start a series of dark days, suffering for the people of Chitan district in particular, and Anjiang province, in general. Mold claws, simultaneous shooting attack. They've come deep into the territory to persecute, killing my people. An army of 10 to 56-year-olds. The combat experience is weak. But the barbarism is redundant. Their crimes caused to more than 3,000 Vietnamese people. A lifetime haunted by the memories of the living. It's like a glass of water. Despite international threats, of the Vietnamese People's Team launched a counteroffensive in early 1979. Deep into Cambodian territory, the war. It's about saving our people. Happy to share innocence. Escape from the barbaric genocidal regime. It's also about saving lives. Assets of Vietnamese workers across the border. In late 1978, the People's Army of Vietnam, with the commander of the operation, Lieutenant General began the Southwest Campaign. Ken, along with some local soldiers, still alive after the post, assemble a squad to join the Second Corps. Free forces advance against the Khmer Rouge. Ken has no qualifications, but I've been in 5 since 1971. I know how to speak Khmer, so everyone nominated you to be a platoon leader. In early 1979, his troops came from the frontier province, hit to the west, to support the 9th Military District's advance against the East Coast. Just on duty, blocking the Khmer retreat to the sea. Life begins with the half days to repair bridges and reveal, then one squad at a time. The car goes straight across the border. The Liberation Army. There are many young faces this year. Are the students? Students volunteer to join the army. They've just spent 3 months in the military. He had to carry a gun on his shoulder to fight. There was fear on each person's face. But with determination, they believe the war will end successfully. Take a look at the soldiers sitting in the car. A soldier's job is to tell you that, in the heart of a young age, is extremely afraid. He arrived the day before the new entry 5. He's also a 16-year-old boy assigned to Incheon in secret to carry out communications tasks. Hit provocation. But that's a different stage with a completely different role. Today we have a role as a great country. To the market to help your country get rid of the pest. The more you should be proud. In a moment, a blast of the demolition engineer echoed again, make the young recruits startled. 2 hands on the gun. He looked at the young man next to him and said, "What school?" All the rookie hands pushed up the thick glasses, and he said, "I'm going to college. I'm a soldier, you know." "I don't know, but Mom won't let me hide." "Are you afraid of death?" An explosion. The sound startled the young soldier. "Are you scared?" "But let it kill. My people are even more afraid." Ma Can laughed and patted the rookie's shoulder to comfort him. "He's got a name on his chest. Martial Arts BA Can immediately told you. My name is Can. You can call me Mr. Batch. These gangsters are very cruel, but fighting is so fake. You're not sure you can eat them. But we're here. Then you can rest assured to fight." The train waiting for the soldiers suddenly stopped. The entire school jumped out of the car. Go to the place where the soldiers are standing. The hands say something to each other. Then he went back and told the whole army. The engineer said that from here to us, there is about 50 kilometers. Walk with paper. The discharge engineer. We're about to be ambushed down the road. Where to propose our entire army. Down the army and up there. They are waiting for the army to run ahead. In turn, the troops march in absolute order. Listen to command company only. Captain and battalion commander's coat of arms. Everybody out of the car. Everybody get their weapons ready to march. The army trucks go ahead to distract Theo. Then, everyone goes in 2 rows until we glue. It's about 20 kilometers, but I don't see anything gay. The military trucks that float ahead, it must be in the beach by now. The brothers in the battalion are a little irritated. You have to walk up to 50 kilometers. Young recruits, you're sweating. Step by step, becoming more and more devoted. I quickly caught the words of the song. You are marching with me. You sing and march in the spirit. It's past noon. The pictures of the march just kept ringing, accompanied by a whistle as the fight rises to the upper chest. Up in the blue sky, as the entire battalion is marching through the forest, the whole company is like a serpent wriggling through a whole bunch of bushes. Suddenly there was a big explosion.
The two heads were overrun by the thugs. Split the formation as BA parts. The Khmer Rouge estimated that there was about one regiment, infantry and artillery. Distant artillery fire. Deep division of Vietnamese soldiers. The two heads cannot support each other. The province dominates as ants. Out of the forest, out of the mouth, the words of killing in Khmer. Young soldiers, for the first time, we fell into ambush, in a panic. Some people even scream and cry. We bridges close to the back of Bacan. Drop your guns and keep shooting at those nerds. First time on the battlefield and training, not yet proficient. The bullets shot out straight into the sky. He pulled the iron bridge down and said, "If you get such a stupid shot, run out of bullets and shoot." Then he's got a gun pointed at the people who started the shooting. Real marksmanship with a gun, AK of Vietnam, used to make, I don't know how many Americans panicked. They used to tell each other that if you're marching and you hear the sound of bullets, each round is divided into two pieces. You know the main army. So don't be foolish to confront. We need to call back to base. B.A. Khan's shots were so effective that for every 4 lunatics who shoot out, one lies down. He was very excited to see that. Tribute, imitation follow. But it's not a simple trick. What AI says can be done. Your herd shoots RA or fires RA for a long time. Or they're stuck in one pill at a time. Like that. He gave me his first hand and said, "Can you shoot normally? Why do you stay by my ear all the time?" You counsel a little startled and feel embarrassed. He turned his gun towards the enemy and threw a round. Then stop and continue to drop. Follow a barrage of bullets. The battle lasted for more than an hour. They're getting more and more numerous. Seems to be mobilized under one battalion to support. The situation is not beneficial. Brothers prepare a way to open the blood, to get out. But all the time, young recruits are in a state of panic. Psychological instability. Get up and run away with your gun into the forest. I can't run very far. Then he fell into the spirit. From the ceiling, the captain's voice soared. "Brothers, that black blood thing." The grenades were thrown into the sky. The soldiers stood up and fired indiscriminately on the side of the hooligans. Get out of the battle quickly. Innumerable casualties. She pulled the wee bridge, running fast. Follow the forest straight to the river in front of you. Behind the back, the red chainsaw's voices echoed very close. Catch them all. Don't let them run out to the river. The bullets swiped from behind. Love the sound of pounding by the sound of burning. B.A. Ken is not running. Trying to run around the tree trunks. To dodge bullets. When running close to the river, he pulled his hand out of his hand and said, "Bia, run first. You stay here and distract them. Oh, and very verbally, you carry the gun back. The bullets keep ringing." Then Wee's voice screamed and then shut up. Can panicked, ran towards the river. There's a temple built on top of the earth. You run around the back, but suddenly there's something. Grab my leg. Make me fall to the ground. The sound of the red flags was so close. But then the footsteps started to slow down. And they're pushing each other. You go in first. Black Germany told you to come in. 3 people face up to the sky. Blood coming out from both sides. The last sound he heard in his ears was a scream. Shout the 7 bars of the Khmer Rouge. B.A. Ken flashed by the ear. Whispers of unknown meaning. The smell of smoke dripping down my nose. It makes you cough. I opened my eyes and found myself in a house. Inside, in a strange way. There are many yellow mantras on the walls. The doll-shaped neck fuck. Hanging from the ceiling. In front of him is an altar. That the worshipped characters have bizarre shapes. Your face is like a devil. The incense stick just squeezing the incense legs. It's like no one's cleaned up in over a year. Kneeling at the bottom is a man of terrifying appearance, tattooed with many ancient characters. Long tangled hair and a pedestal on top of the head. He also wrapped a towel around his neck. Hurry up. Your face hurts. Maybe it was the fall of yesterday.
makes your face puffy. But lucky, you didn't get a bullet in your body. He raised his hand to his face, suddenly hurt, and yelled, "The man keep. When I hear your scream, stop, stand up and turn your head towards me." When the man turns around, B.A. Can is even more terrible. The face is made up extremely devilish. Vertical tattoos on the forehead. And 2 eyes as big as a stuffed snail. The bravery of a soldier. The panic is fleeting. I immediately regained my composure. The Kia man slowed down towards him. They all looked closely at each other. He lifted Bakhan's eyes with his hands and watched. My father was injured when he died. It's awesome again. The man nodded and spoke to Bakhan in Khmer. Sir, you're out. You're safe. The king asked again. You said I was hit. Who told you I was hit? The man seemed surprised to see. B.A. Can spoke to him in Khmer. He immediately asked, I can speak Khmer, so. B.A. Can replied, I know a little bit too. I used to live with Khmer people. The man replied, You just got hit. Yesterday, we found you lying by the temple with Mom. The river must have come to the temple. So afraid to press on people. She remembered yesterday when she was being chased. I ran around the back of a temple. And then he fell down, and he was motionless. I looked down. I see people wearing brown clothes. Some rough, ugly. It's not the uniform you're wearing. Before fainting, you asked me where my stuff is. The man stood up and pointed to the door. Your backpack's in the corner. The clothes are drying outside. I have to change. If anyone finds out, you're in trouble. B.A. Can hurriedly stood up to the corner of the band. Go outside and get a uniform. I look around. I found myself in a very strange place. Look at the sun at noon. I don't know the direction. I went into the house and asked the man. Which direction is east? He replied. On your left, you're going to ask. Mrs. Can replied. Of course I have to go. Thank you for saving me. If I have a chance to come back, thank you. When I finished, BG walked out of the house and go straight southeast, trying to find the border of Vietnam, Cambodia. The man looked at me softly, smirking mouth, then back inside the house. The place where Box Can is standing is a bar, floating in the middle of the river. Around the dense trees, the muddy land. I walked one piece to the river. Garbage, I look around, probe. The river is so vast, the 2 sides must be more than 3 kilometers apart. B.A. Can is just an infantry. It's not a water commando. So swimming across the river wasn't easy for me. I was about to take off my shirt and plunge into the river. I saw a small boat, anchored in the corner of a coconut tree. The water has been cut. He moved quickly towards the boat. At the top of the trees. Now the water comes. When I got into the boat, I filled my hands. Sorry dear, I have to borrow this boat today. If I have a chance to come back later, I will return it. He said he untied the sautéed dragon rope against the boat out in the middle of the river. When the boat just came out of the wash. Then suddenly at the bottom of the boat there was a chatter. The sound was initially sparse, and then it just kept coming. She carried the spirit against the rush of men follow her. And then suddenly, the boat shook violently. I want you to lie down. 2 hands attached to both sides of the boat net to try to keep the balance. The boat swayed for a while and stopped. The chisel from the bottom of the boat echoed again. I quickly stood up. Get out of here with a pole. The sound, the previous movement kept making the bottom of the boat. The water flowed into the void. She carries the spirit of tongue dance and swim into her. Then suddenly it's underneath. It's like hundreds and thousands of arms squaring up. Grab your body and pull it down. I'm trying to get out of the ring. Take a breath. Oxygen. Then those hands dragged me down into the river. When B.A. Can a full stomach of water almost died. Then a hand grabs the back of your shirt and pulls it up. He pulled him into the boat and climbed quickly into her. When you wake up, I found myself in the man's house. It's morning. I knelt down on this man and said, "What god are you? Please forgive me the flesh and the eyes. Fools don't realize." He looked at her for a moment and smiled. "Which name must be God? I just swore a bad spell." "BG. So where is this?" "I was trying to cross the river. Then something grabbed me and pulled me down. Is it the devil or not?" He nodded and said, "It's the devil down the river." "Bah, light your face pale. I know I was too careless. Without it, life is no more." B.A. Ken immediately asked, "Why is it down there? You're the SAO enchantress without removing it." This man stood up and walked out the door. BG also stood up to follow. He looked at the river and said, "It's protecting our villagers." "You are so stupid you don't understand anything." To see your wrinkled face, let the enchantress explain. "Our country is falling into chaos. When Solosa came to power, he's implemented a brutal, extreme policy. He's a pro-drug farmer. In addition to abolishing all property, he also rejected religion. Make not a few charms, like we had to run our heads in blood. It's not just bourgeois. He also killed the farmers. They think it's a capitalist germ. Just to hide a potato neck or a rice fight, they brutally kill without mercy. The remaining spells, the people of our country have gathered here. Use all your power to defeat the devil. Be a guard for this connection. They go everywhere to collect 10 ghosts of the wrongfully dead. He died to be a guardian god. So no matter how hard you try, I can't get out of here without the help of an enchantress. I understand very well the reason for this. The Khmer Rouge yesterday. I dare not go from the river to your place. They're sending people to people. And finally, they can be... There's something that runs out of math." Ma Ken immediately wondered, "Like that? There are other people living here, right?" The enchantress replied, "There are about 10 more families here. The one who saved you earlier was my disciple. He must be back in the village by now." Ken said again, "If so, when is he coming out? I have to thank him for an hour. What should I call you, by the way?" He replied, "Just call me Swear." Dad laughed and said, "His name is Can. But now I want to get out of here. Can you help me?" Master Wang replied, "Not yet. I don't know what kind of person you are. If I let you out, if you say anything, the villagers will be in trouble." "Ghosts, you say? I am the army of Vietnam. I didn't see my uniform. I have to go back to fight." Then Wang said, 2 months ago, there was a man who claimed to be fighting the nationalists. We got lost and we let him go. But just in case, I smuggled you into his body. When he comes back, he's about to say Racho to his commander. Your baby came out of your belly. Check out his throat. So you stay here for a while. For us to reconsider dignity, and then it's not too late to give." Ken hands up to rub his broken neck. Your face twinkled in your stomach. Even if they don't believe it now, they don't believe it. I have to stay here for a few days. The day he agreed to let me go has come. That night, Master Wang's disciples brought him food. He brought a tuber, boiled potatoes, and 2 thin porridge. When the stranger came, I said hello. I asked if you were a teacher's student. The man nodded, but his face was still cold. B.A. Can immediately said, "Thank you for saving me this afternoon. What's your name?" The man immediately clenched the alum glue. Ken is irritated by the attitude of this glue. But because he saved my life, I'll give it to you. Glue looked at Master Wang, flashing his face, and leave. Master Wang said, "Come and have dinner with me." She glanced at the plate and asked, "That's all you have, teacher?" He replied, "Today is more than usual. It's been a porridge trip. It's good to have food these days. Eat quickly. Don't worry. It's 10 times the capacity. That's filling your stomach. I know the situation of the Cambodian people. Now I am happy to accept. Just one steaming, he ate the porridge. I glanced at the potato crazily. The master hugged and said, "You eat all these potatoes. My stomach is not good today, so I can't eat much." BG knew this man. Give up your food. Now it's important to worry about the stomach. I have not forgiven anything about hospitality. When I finished eating, I cleaned my place to sleep. The teacher is still sitting on his show every day. I chose to stay close to the door. It's hot at noon, and there are many mosquitoes. When the hungry meow on the prison, it makes it impossible to sleep naked. He sat up and looked at his master. He is sleeping very well. Get up and open the door. And let the wind blow. And to look for something that can be put in the stomach. In the middle of this bottle, beyond the hours of good water in the distance, there's nothing left to eat. Now tell B.A. Can to risk waiting out there. I'd rather starve. Thong Dong walk for a walk. And suddenly I heard a cry from the distance. The snail began to stand. I thought to myself, is there a village guard? Is coming back to tease you? Looking forward, B.A. Can. I found a girl sitting under a tree. Face down, some sobbing. The black girl's hair is long and flat. The paper is dark. The girl's form remained hidden, but I can still see her shoulders trembling. The stomach is afraid, but the nature is curious. She walked slowly towards the girl. I saw her about 10 feet away. I asked It was late at night, and I didn't come home, but run out here crying. The girl shuts off with a slight voice at the bridge. I was kicked out of the house by B.A. I'm lonely. The voice sounds as sweet as baby incense.